here?
Yes, Niharika.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome Abhijit, Anuj.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
For Hershakti program, and as you know, Hershakti program is a platform where we have collaborated with different corporates to help women returnee to come back to work. And as we have discussed with you, this Hershakti program where women are trying to upskill themselves for the technical program. So these few women's they have been part of Infosys Springboard, where they have learned a little bit of design thinking and agile methodology, a basic of AI. But these women have shown very high interest in IPA, where they were talking about that we need to know, and we would like to dwell deeper into IPA. And at the end of the program, they would love to know more about the kind of certifications available and what are the job opportunities available in the market, how they can upskill for more when it comes to the IPA. So I remember you sharing one link with us. That was the study link where you have put all the program in place, the kind of topics you would be covering. So we have shared that link with our audience altogether beforehand, so that these ladies also should understand what they are putting themselves into. Yeah. So without further ado, I would like to hand over the stage to Abhijit and Anuj. Let them introduce themselves and what we bring on to the table for these ladies. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and are excited as I am for the start of this incredible journey. I want to first extend a warm welcome to each of you for joining this Hershakti program, which is a partnership between this particular thing is a partnership between Jobs for Her Foundation and UiPath. My name is Abhijit Srinivas. I'm a senior program manager for learning and alliances for UiPath. We work with universities, colleges across the globe to make the next generation automation professionals. We work with customers, partners, government agencies, colleges, universities to develop this ecosystem. Anuj, do you want to take a minute to introduce yourself?
Why not? Although this is the most difficult part of my job, I never found it comfortable introducing myself. So, hello everyone, and I appreciate your efforts for learning again. And when it comes to me, I'm currently working with UiPath, as you know, and I have an experience of around 17 years now, where I vested myself in teaching, training, software development, project management, program management. So currently I'm here and I'm going to be your host when it comes to technical difficulties for next say 11 or 12 weeks. I've already communicated a schedule with Niharika. Maybe she will communicate, share that with you. And yes, that's me.
Okay. Thanks, Anuj, for that. So today actually marks the beginning of something truly special, right? A program designed to help women restart their careers in the corporate world and find their path to success with cutting-edge technology in automation, skills in automation. This initiative is just not a training program. It is a movement to actually empower women to reignite their professional journeys with confidence and modern tech skills. We are here to support you. As you step back into your careers, we believe that the right tools, mindset, and determination, you will all thrive. So let me take a minute to explain what is UiPath all about. For those of you who may not be familiar with UiPath, we are a leading company in the world of automation. Our mission is to empower people and business by simplifying work through automation, freeing up time for creativity, problem solving, and innovation, right? UiPath offers a wide range of solutions for automating repetitive, time consuming tasks, helping these organizations become more efficient and agile, right? UiPath is just isn't about building technology. It is about creating opportunities for people. That is what we believe in. Our belief is that Automation should benefit everyone, which is why we have created initiatives that allow diverse groups to access and excel in automation career. So when I spoke about automation, I mean UiPath, I should also talk about what we do as an academic alliance program. So this brings me to the academic alliance program, which is the foundation of today's initiative, right? Through the Academic Alliance program, we partner with educational institutions and organizations worldwide to offer training in automation, making automation accessible to all students, professionals, and career returnees like all of you, right? The Academic Alliance has one simple goal, that is to democratize access to automation skills. By providing this cutting edge training and certifications, we are enabling you to develop in-demand skills, right? Helping you stay competitive in today's evolving job market. Let me also take some time to talk about what is this Hershakti program. This program is specifically designed for women like you who are re-entering the workforce after a break. We understand that the return to corporate life can feel daunting, but through this program, you will gain the skills, support, and confidence which you need to thrive. In this cohort, we, you'll be training to become an automation developer associate, a role that is highly sought after in today's market. Automation is actually transforming industries, companies that are actively looking for talent with skills in automation. With this program, you'll be equipped to enter high demand roles, contributing to the future of work. The beauty of this program is that it not only provides technical knowledge but also an opportunity to join a community of women who are in similar journey. I'm sure there are a few of you which is taking part of cohorts from other companies also, wherein you would have met a lot of women who striving to get back into the corporate world. So here you will have the chance to connect, share experience, and grow together. So if you ask me how this program can help you, so as you embark this journey, you will find that automation skills are not only a gateway to employment, but a way to future-proof your career. Whether you're looking to rejoin the corporate world, switch industries, or start something new, the knowledge you gain here will definitely open doors. So the UiPath Automation Developer Associate certification will provide you with both the functional and foundational understanding and a hands-on experience to develop and deploy automation solutions in the real world scenarios. So the credential is recognized by organization worldwide and will give you definitely a competitive edge. And this isn't just about technical skill. So this program, the Hershakti program, is also about building resilience, leadership, and networking opportunities. I'm sure you all are uh, eager to see how this will work. So we want you to walk away from this program is not just as a professional who is knowledgeable in automation, or few of you may also get certified, but as a confident woman ready to lead in the workplace. So I want to thank here Jobs for Her Foundation for their collaboration on this incredible initiative, and of course, all of you for taking a bold step of joining the Hershakti program. So you're here, you want to make an impact, and I have no doubt that each of you will succeed. So this is the start of a remarkable journey for all of us, not just you. So we are here to support you every step of the way. Let's work together to build a strong, empowered, and skilled community of women in automation. The future is actually bright and it's yours to shape. So thank you. And I would request Anuj to take over and deep dive into what we are, what automation can help, and how's that these women going to learn this program, and what are those few things which they need to be careful about while doing this program. Over to you, Anuj. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhijit, for setting up the context. And now I'm talking to my audiences, right? So can we make this interactive as much as possible? I'm talking to all the ladies who are going to be part of this program. During next 30 or 45 minutes, I'll walk you through, I mean, I'll try to help you understanding why you're doing this. But what I need from you is keep me motivated throughout my discussion, right? So I'm expecting that, and let's proceed. So with that, for that, I'm going to share my screen.
Sorry to interrupt you here, Anuj. So before we go ahead, I request all the ladies who are available on the call to switch on their cameras, and please do raise your hands as and when required if there's a question you feel like you need to check with Anuj. Is a humble request from our side, please maintain decorum when you are raising hands, and please, it look very odd when we talk to a screen. I request all of you to please switch on your camera because I want to see your lovely faces and smile on that. Yeah. So over to you, Anuj.
Okay. So let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, it's
And
visible now.
so what are you looking at right now?
Overview, automation, learning, and scope.
All right, sounds good. All right.
You
So,
can do a present full screen, Anuj.
oh,
Yeah.
so you are looking at a
Slideshow.
different screen. It is already
Yeah.
kind of done. Now you're looking at the larger.
Yeah, we can see that now.
Yeah. Since I was using two screens, you saw the other one. All right. So, in what we are going to do in next few minutes, right? Let me figure it out. So, that would be the agenda for next 30-45 minutes. We'll discuss about RPA, we'll discuss about the use cases, and then I'll talk about how you should approach your learning journey. That includes bullet 3 and 4, right? But before I talk anything, the first thing I want to do is I want to play a short video for you that will be around 2 minutes, and I want you to listen this carefully because I want you to observe for two questions. One, why do you think there was and there is a need of evolution at work? That is question one for you. And second is, what are some mandatory requirements when you choose to use machines or automation for your work? On your daily life, you do use your mobile phones, you use your vehicles, all of that are part of either automations or machine, some sort of machine. So these questions are related to that, but I'm going to play this and let me know if you can hear the sound as well.
This is the story of work. It started a long time ago, on a Monday, which was handy. For as long as history itself, the humans needed to work. They wanted to work, to grow things and create things and build things, to see what they were capable of, to stand at day's end and say, I did that, which felt pretty good. So they worked more, built more, and created more, and traveled to far-off places. And then someone suggested submitting expense reports for those far-off places. His name was Glenn, and he was a jackass. Anyway, the people kept getting better at work. They built better tools to work more efficiently. They built amazing machines to work faster. They built computers to work smarter. But still, they couldn't do enough work. Because during all that work to do more work, they had created work, and not the good kind. Not the let's sit around and come up with ideas kind. Not the I can't wait to get to work so I can jump into a new project kind. The crap kind. The drudge and data and admin and the damned expense reports. So the humans had to work more at work they didn't like. That made them robotic. That didn't inspire. They had to postpone vacations. They had to miss family dinners. They were pissed. And then something happened. Someone had a really amazing idea. They came into work and said, stop working and start working. The humans thought she might have had wine at lunch, so she showed them a way to put the fun back into work. to waste less time doing the things they hated, to make more efficient the big tasks, to stop making the humans act like robots and start teaching the robots to learn the humans. Not to replace people, but to free them. Even Glenn. Robots that learn you. Imagine the potential, like starting over. To help us remember again.
All right. So back to questions. Tell me, why do you think this journey was important of evolution? Can anybody wants to answer this? Either unmuting themselves or maybe on chat. Both will work for me. Do you find anything that you can relate to your routine life at work or at home, anywhere? Or you have read something? Oops. Okay.
Shantala, would you like to say something?
Yeah, hi. The one thing that we could make from the video and from our daily lives is whatever mundane tasks are there or something that keeps repeating like every now and then on that can be always delegated to a robot or something that can do that work for us so that we are free to do new tasks and interesting ones.
All right. So I'm getting responses on chat as well. That's amazing. And I love this word mundane because that's kind of what we use very often when you describe about RPA or automation with UiPath tools. So all of you are right. And the bottom line is we want to save our time from the work which is kind of boring and can be automated. Am I right on that? I mean, let's consider another example from different industry. Let's imagine you have to fill Coca-Cola bottles, right? 1 lakh of them. Somebody is doing that manually. Just imagine that scenario, right? So we are saving a lot of time there by automating the process with the help of machines. Now, what we can do around computers, and that's what I'm going to cover next. So for that, we need to understand how do we communicate with our laptops or desktops, whatever. When it comes to communicating with machines, I think what you're looking at your screen is keyboard inputs, mouse movements, and reading computer from the screen. These are the 3 things you do, right? If you find anything else besides this, let me know. But I find only these 3 ways of communication when it comes to machines. I make them, I write something using keyboard, I give them commands using keyboard and mouse, and then I read what I can see on my machine. So if I can automate these 3 types of interactions, I can automate almost everything that possess some sort of features of automation that we'll talk in coming slides. So number one is when we are talking about robotic process automation, what we are doing is we are mimicking ourselves in terms of interaction with machine via keyboard inputs, mouse movements, and reading from the screen. Okay. Now, what we can do is we can automate, but the question I asked was, why do you want this evolution? And other part was, what are some mandatory requirements, right? I asked this question as a. So let's say I automated something, but it is working not as good as I do manually. That is accuracy. Would you appreciate that kind of automation? And the answer is no, right? And let's say it is doing things slower than I do. Would you appreciate that? No. So what you want? You want those automations or utilization of machines to be faster, more accurate, and efficient. Why do we want to make it? Since we are investing too much of time in developing those machines or automations, we want them to be efficient, right? But Efficiency doesn't mean that we want people to be replaced. What we want is we want to focus on larger aspects of work, right? Which require my time in thinking, brainstorming, planning, things like that. We don't want to be a robot ourselves, right? We don't want to invest in something which I'm doing continuously, like stamping a paper. Just imagine old times. A man was sitting and stamping paper on daily basis. Now we don't do that, right? We have a lot of digital environment which helps us. So these are three kind of requirements or say outcomes that we are anticipating out of an automation. I think I'm good till now. If you have any questions, you may write at your end and I'll give you time to ask questions for that. Okay, now what can be automated? That is next thing, right? So the heading is attributes of processes best suited for RPA. When I say RPA, it's robotic process automation. And these are three requirements for that. When I say repetitive, can anyone give me an example of a repetitive task that you do on your daily basis, or have you seen anywhere in your job environment, daily environment, something repetitive?
Regression testing.
Okay, what we do there?
Like the old code, so that like whenever new code gets deployed, we have to make sure that the old code also works fine. So like we have to keep doing those tests every now and then. So if that can like that we usually gets automated.
Okay, so if it is a repetitive task, that fulfills first criteria. Now, let's keep on running on this example. Was that regression testing is rule-based as well? When I say rule-based, right? What is the what we mean by rule-based? Things are not changing as and when. For example, when I say so, we consider a student pass if he scores or he or she scores 60%, right? If we are assuming that this is not going to change on daily basis, I can say it is a rule, right? So when it comes to regression testing, does it have this property as well?
Yes. See,
All right.
like there is an employee, like if there is a task going on, you add an employee, you add products to the employee, and that cycle like usually does not change. Only the new things that get added, that will not be a part of regression testing.
All right. So we have accomplished the second um, attribute as well. Now, is it structured? Now, what do you mean by structured? Uh, you were already telling this that we have a process kind of scenario where we take input and then you just mentioned about the products or something, right? But let me tell you about my data science knowledge. We take input, we put it into an algorithm to run, and it gives some output out of it, right? That's what we do in that process. So input is fixed, processing is fixed, and finally we are expecting some desired output. If this is not changing, it can be called as structured. So in your regression testing, while you're coding or doing a code testing, does it follow a structured process?
Yes. Yes, it should follow such.
So that makes it a suitable process for RPA, right? So these are three requirements. What will happen if a process is not repetitive and we are automating? Anything? Any repercussion you see there?
That could be waste of resources that we are also the finances that we invest in.
Absolutely. So just imagine a scenario, you have created a software and invested, say, 1 million there, and you are going to use it for, say, only 1 month. You don't want such scenarios, right? So that is why repetitive is important. Rule-based, because you cannot invest your time or resources on daily basis to fix the process that you have developed. And same goes for the structure, right? So uh, that was uh, that that was about what makes a process suitable for automation when it comes to RPM, right? And that brings me to the next section of my presentation. We'll talk about some use cases. Most of you, I guess, have worked previously as per my knowledge, but and if that is the case, you should be able to recognize some of the most popular processes where RPAs are deployed in businesses today is payroll processing, client information updates, accounting, reconciliation. So let's talk about payroll processing since most of you are um have worked previously. Can we put payroll processing in a best suited process for RPA or automation, considering it requires three attributes: repetitive, rule-based, and structured? So can we do that? Payroll processing.
Yes.
All right. So I assume most of you are aware about the payroll process. If I talk manually, right? If we can automate that thing, that is amazing because we are doing something on regular basis, monthly. We are calculating with the same formulas. We are generating reports from the same formulas, things like that, right? And same thing goes with client information updates. Now let's take an example of client information updates. Mm, so yesterday I called. Uh, no, actually, no, I didn't call. Actually, I booked one of my slots on Go Mechanic for my vehicle maintenance. Right? And that was my first time. Now, I don't know whether are they using RPA or not using RPA. Now, my point here is, as soon as I entered my information there, they must have captured all that information in their database. Now, tomorrow I want to change my address, right? And that address I'm communicating over email or say on the app itself. They want to they might want to keep that information in their master base and make sure that every resource has the same information of mine in their system. So there are two ways. One, somebody is doing it manually, or based on my input that I have provided on the software, their app, mobile app, they can fetch the information automatically and update wherever needed. So that is something can be automated almost everywhere, and in most cases it is happening. And same goes with accounting reconciliation. We can ask our robots. When I say robots, we are talking about software robots. We can ask our robots to find if there is a discrepancy in financial data, right? So we can ask robot and it can provide the necessary input, and we do not have to waste our time like multiple hours to find a discrepancy in the reports. And similarly, invoice processing, this is one of the major use cases that I've seen in my career with UiPath, that you get, say, thousands of invoices on daily basis on your email. You want to process them. You don't want to ask someone to sit and enter data and process. You can automate all that part, right? Read from the email, put it at the right place, send it over to the right person for approval, get the approval and process it. And same goes for sales orders and compliance reporting. All right. So any question in the business use cases, or you want to tell any use case other than this? So these are some domains I'm talking about, and almost all businesses has one other way. I'm talking about the major business. One other way has invoice processing, compliance reporting, accounting, reconciliation, things like that. So can you think of your digital interactions? Can they be automated? Anyone? Feel free to unmute and talk. And just don't think about your workspace. Think about your daily life. Don't you buy things? Don't you want to manage your bills?
Uh, um,
Yeah, please go ahead.
it's like buying milk every morning. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to go buy it every morning. I just have to subscribe for it. Since I've subscribed every morning at my doorstep at sharp at 6:30, I
Mm-hmm.
have a liter of milk.
Mm-hmm.
So that is sort of an automated process where I don't have to think about it every day.
Yes, that is a good example. Right? Another thing that I'm looking at is payment of bills. Amazing. Ordering standard monthly groceries. Amazing. I mean,
Also paying school fees. I wish it
yes,
could just deducted every month instead of me going to school every month and paying the fees.
yes. Although we have a lot of things on banking system itself, whereby we can ask them to deduct automatically, but that is not always the case, right? We might want to run through emails and pay the bills, and we can ask robot to do that. Makes sense, yeah. Updates about competition and events you might want to, yeah, amazing. Which uh, one of the use cases you learn somewhere in your journey of learning that you might want to know that which movie is doing good. You don't want to invest time there, you can run a bot and that it will tell you that these are some ratings. You can use robots for learning. Recently, somewhere I used a bot to find new words on a particular website and capture that information at one place for a later referral. Yeah, Swati. So paying our health and vehicle insurances. So I'm very happy that you are grasping it, the motive, the purpose of automation. That's the intent. And thanks for that. That will be end of this section. And now I'll talk about why you should invest your time in learning this particular technology, right? So I'll walk you through some of the statistics that UiPath or other agencies has captured, and I think that will be of value to you in terms of, I mean, knowing that this is the right thing to do. Now, some of the major industries you can look on the left side of the screen where automation is doing good job, and you can see over the years the utilization of automation is increasing in finance, in insurance, in healthcare, in manufacturing, in public sector, retail, CPG. And let me tell you this, this is, I mean, this is a survey done by UiPath in 2023, and it is a global survey of automation professionals from different industries. And you can see who are the respondents for this survey. It is not something which UiPath has done with XYZ. They all are professionals, right? And that also brings to the point that these are the possible roles in automation industry, right? What you can do growing in this particular industry. All right. Now, I got to know that many of you worked previously and you are doing a comeback, right? So one of the questions, is it feasible for me? Is it viable for me to do learning again? So I got some answers for you. Now, on the left side, how easy or difficult was it to transition into your role as a software automation developer? And out of all the respondents, 67% said It is moderately easy to very easy, right? So why I'm giving this stat to you, that you should not be afraid of what you are going to learn it. I'm not going to say that this is going to be very easy, but I'm going to certainly say that if you are motivated enough, you'll be able to do it quite comfortably. You just have to uh, run through this learning plan that you'll see in coming time with some discipline. That's all you need. Now, next question. My job as an automation professional will have a positive impact on my next career move. Most of the respondents, and when I say most, 81% of them are either agree or strongly agree, which is again a positive sign, right? Next thing is, do you expect your organization will hire more automation professionals in next 12 months? I think this is now a bit irrelevant, so I'll not talk about it, but you can again see that at that point in time, 88% has given a positive response. Now, I think the software automation industry has a potential for growth over the next 3 years. And again, approximately uh, 30, 78, let's say 85, approximately 85% of people are confirming the fact that this industry has potential for growth. And my next slides will confirm that. There are a couple of surveys done, and you can see the figures here, right? So 2030 projection says over 20,000 uh, 215 million USD uh, would be the market of automation, and it is growing at the cumulative annual growth rate of 30.4%, which is amazing, let me tell you. And when it comes to India, the same cumulative annual growth rate is around 20%. This forecast is still for 2025. So we will get more data going forward, but these are motivating figures, right? Now, why you should choose UiPath for learning? You do have other people as well in the market who are doing same job, but again, these are the giants: Gartner, Forrester, IDC, Everest, right? And look at these figures. All of them are from 24th survey, year 24, 2024 survey. And you can see UiPath is placed on top on almost every of them, right? And that is why you should consider UiPath when it comes to automation. Now, how can you become successful in this learning journey, right? So I'm going to share a link on the chat. Please keep this. So this is where you learn how to install Studio. And what you need is an account with UiPath Automation Cloud and corresponding Studio version. And I'll show you what it is exactly. So when I say cloud account, this is how it looks like. Still turning up. Okay, so this is how it looks like, right? And it has a lot of features. I'm not going to cover all of them because it is not needed. But going forward for this particular course, you would require Orchestrator, right? And Studio. Now, how to get Studio? As soon as you create a login on this particular platform, you should be able to see download Studio Desktop, right? Once you download and install, what you will see is this. And I encourage you to use community version. So this cloud environment is a one-stop solution to manage all your automations. That's what it does for you. But when it comes to creation of automation, you need a tool for that. And this is how it looks like, right? So what you should focus on while you are installing, and though you'll see those things in the steps, but make sure that once you are installing, you'll get an option to choose between Studio and Studio X. So make sure that you are using Studio. That is number one. And I'm using enterprise trial license for your session because on last week my license got expired, so today only I fixed this and using trial version, right? So this would be your landing page, and when you start your automation, you'll give it a name and you'll end up on this particular environment. It takes some time to load because there are a lot of dependencies it brings in automatically. In the meantime, may I know on chat how many of you have coding experience before this, after college? You can write on chat. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. So those who are saying yes and those who are saying basic knowledge and all, let me tell you this. What is needed from you is an analytical brain only, right? And you should be able to do a very good uh, learning out of this platform. And I'll just give you a quick example how it looks. So in this particular platform, you're not supposed to do coding as you were doing in other languages like Java, Python, or say VB. Though this platform has support of VB for implementation of lot of logics, whereby you want to put some conditions and things like that, and that kind of information you can uh, I mean, get from your learning journey itself, right? Or if you find something difficult, you can use your Google knowledge to bring in there, right? But how this thing works here, right? So on the left side, you can see that I have 3 tabs: activities, projects, and snippets, right? So today I'll just brief you about activities because that is going to be the I mean majorly used component, and you learn other things in time. So how it works, let me take a quick example. Say I'm interested in this dialog message. I will drag and drop it here. Right? And it automatically, you can see on the top of it something in red that says that you have an error here, right? So why it is an error? Because it is expecting some input. So and you see it is disappeared. So in this way, you are supposed to bring in activities, and believe me, you will have activities for everything that you do for in your routine life. Let's say sending an email, receiving email, fetching data and all, and that will explore gradually. And running is even easier. My screen is not behaving that great, but you can see that output is visible as hello all, and I just need to click OK, and that is all I need to do. Or I can stop it from here. And as soon as this is stopped, you can say demo only in execution ended in so seconds and things like that. Let me rerun it once more so that I can see the output. Okay, now it is visible. So this is how it looks like. As soon as I click OK here, it stops working, right? So the motive is to make you familiar with the environment in which you're going to work. And I think this is pretty easy from what you have done, because personally I have worked on Java, Python, R, uh, C# up to some level, and I have learned almost every language as per my requirement. I started with Java, then at some point in time, somebody asked that we need something to help with R. I learned R, then Python. This was the easiest of all of them, right? All right. Any questions around this? Any questions? I'll wait for another 10 seconds.
Which language? Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi. Which language we particularly need to learn all of these things? Means only means which coding language we should learn?
So as I was saying that this IDE that you're looking at right now, Studio, right?
Yes.
It will give a lot of coding in terms of visual aid. Like I just imported message box, right? Earlier you were supposed to write something for that.
Yes.
But at times you will need to learn, you will have to use Visual Basic,
Yes.
right? And somebody is asking, can
Yes.
we integrate coding any language with RPA? Yes, you do, right? You can import uh, uh, scripts of Python in here as per requirement. We do a lot of data science stuff. We can do a lot of data science stuff with this. But all that requires your knowledge with this IDE and the cloud environment, right? So, and believe me, it is kind of say 1:10 ratio when it comes to kind of coding requirement is there, right?
So Anuj, does that mean like knowing Java or Python will help us
No, no,
understand?
no, no, no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if there is a need of say machine learning model and that is built in Python, you can import in this platform and use it for your purpose,
Okay, okay.
right?
Mhm.
And as I said, keep in mind purpose all the time. You
Hmm.
are going to automate something which is repetitive, which is rule based, and which is structured, right?
Yes.
This is nothing about. This is not about developing a web application, though we have a lot of components available for that purpose as well. But that should be your objective when it comes to automation. So I don't want to confuse you with lot of stuff, but your focus during this learning should be to get acquainted with the platform and all the possibilities this platform has. That should be your objective with this platform. And next, I'm going to show you a couple of things where you can expand your learning after this course and all, right? That I'll cover. Now, other questions I can see that I'll take during QA session. I'm moving forward, like question around IDE and uh, licensing and all, right? All right. So I'm going back to my presentation then. And this is the last section that is in my presentation. And this is what you are going to learn in this course. I think Abhijit has already shared the link for learning. And if not, you'll get that link. In those links, you'll get these courses 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right side of this table you are looking at are courses, and together they constitute a learning plan, right? And I'll show you how it looks like in the real time in some time. So what you should do, right? I mean, I'm talking about my expectations from you to help you better. I have divided your learning journey in weeks, and I kept in mind that you are first time learner and possibly you cannot waste more than 4 to 5 hours in a week. So that's keeping those things in mind. I have divided your learning journey in weeks. Now, whenever there is a SME interaction, you'll see me there. If I'm not there, somebody else would be there. Mostly expect me there. What I want from you is when you appear for an SME interaction, you should complete all these modules in prayer, right? And during your journey, if you have encountered with any problem, you'll have a way to communicate via Google Classroom that team from JobsHer will communicate. And the questions which I found trivial and can be responded on the platform itself, I'll do that on the Google Classroom. And the problems which I see cannot be answered on the platform itself, I will take those problems to my interaction with you. That's number one. Now, when you are communicating your problem, this is important. If you want to take a note of it or something, please do that. I'll also try to put that on the Google Classroom itself. So when you're communicating with me, I need a couple of things from you. One, the screenshot of the problem area, right? That's important. Second, uh, zip your code and share that with me. Third, I'm particularly talking about the scenario where you encountered problem during the code execution. Otherwise, if it is kind of theoretical thing, you can write a note directly. So when it comes to code, first thing is screenshot, second thing is the code, and third thing, one or two liner of explanation, right? So whenever you share something, please do share these three things so that I can communicate, and you'll see my response as soon as possible based on my availability. So you should be getting this schedule from the team soon. So total, it has around 12 weeks in which you are supposed to complete this. Towards the end, after every course, there is one thing. After every course, you'll get some assessment, right? And you can take those assessment any number of times. That's that's number one. But when it comes to an assessment towards end of the training, the one you are looking at the week 12, though it is a 30 minutes assessment, but you'll get two attempts for that, right? After, if you unfortunately doesn't pass in the first attempt, you'll be asked to reappear after 24 hours, right? So that is another thing that you should consider. And all of these assessments are choice-based questions. You'll have one correct answer or multiple correct answer, but choice-based questions only, right? Now let me take you to the platform. Before QA, I will stop here and let me take you to the platform. So once you log in, you will be able to see all these courses available, but the one you are doing is the one you are doing is this one, Automation Developer Associate Training. Right? Now it has two parts. One is Automation Explorer, which were kind of first 6 or 7 modules that you have seen in my uh, plan of learning, and then at associate level. Together, all these courses, if you do well, will allow you to prepare for the certification that UiPath has for associate developer. And believe me, all you need to know what is available in these courses here, right? So anyways, you are going to get a diploma certificate of completion and all, but I will highly encourage you that whenever you learn these things, think about certification and prepare or learn accordingly, right? First few modules are more about to make you familiar with the environment, the fundamentals, and then you will enter into the real world of automation at moderate level, right? And the last, towards last, you have this assessment, right? So that is number one. Now, what you can get is uh, as soon as you complete your learning plan or the courses, you should be able to get these kind of diploma certificates. You can see a lot of there, right? So any now the final part, that is QA. Now feel free to ask anything. I'll take first those questions which I saw in chat and I'll respond them. And let me know if I miss anything. So one of the question is, I have already answered about integration. ID is free. So there are multiple types of licenses. One is community edition, which is absolutely free and which I'm telling you to follow. I have already shared a link where you can find a way to install it. Then there is enterprise license, which is paid version of it. Though you can use a paid version, the enterprise version for 60 days free of cost. It's just that you need to hit uh, r- there is a button with try a trial version, something like that. Right, so you can use that for 60 days for free. Post that you will be asked to pay for it, or you can switch back to the community edition. So what is the difference? When it comes to free versions or the paid versions, the difference is in utilization. For instance, if we are using document understanding, I can't get a better example right now. So if you are using document understanding feature of it, if you are using a free version, you can use one document or two documents for input as input for processing. But if you are using a paid version, you can use larger set of documents. Depending on the utilization, your credits will be lost there. So that was about licensing. Uh, Compatibility with Mac, no. You should be having, you can run the bots there, but you cannot, you don't have Studio for that, right, as of now. Will the certification be different from 30 minutes assessment? Yes. This 30 minutes assessment will give you diploma of completion for this learning program. It has value that you have completed the program successfully. However, certification is something which checks your knowledge at higher depth, right? So that is different, and it has some cost. Uh, Maybe you want to check with Abjit after completion of course if we can help you with some discounted vouchers and all. After completing job, how to get a job? Abhijit, do you want to pitch in here?
Thanks, Anuj.
Mm-mm. No, I mean, you're on mute again. So I'm saying that there's a question for you, I think. After completing job, how to get a job?
Yeah, so she meant to ask after completing this course, how to get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So officially, I don't want to give any commitment here, but definitely this is a big pool of professionals. We have a UiPath community. We have a lot of activities which we do with the customers and partners. And once you finish the course and the certified, we can definitely promote those people whenever we get a requirement from our partners and customers for sure. But officially, we don't commit any kind of jobs after completing this course. But yes, there are a lot of opportunities which is available, which comes to our way. And you can be also a part of the community, which is a bigger, huge chunk of people who are into automation and who do a lot of work in automation, where they share a lot of opportunities which comes their way, and it is a very big and nice group who helps each other. So that's one place where you can definitely get help. Apart from that, as I said earlier, we will definitely see how we can put in front of a customer or a partner when we get opportunities coming to us.
Okay. Next is
And yeah,
sorry.
we have one more question, Abhijit here. Like one of the candidates is asking for, is this course enough to prepare to get a job, or they have to go for some other courses also?
So see, like Anuj was saying, once you complete this, you'll get a completion of this course certificate. Um, and if you really understand what you have studied, I think this is good enough to get a job. It all matters how you pick this up, by doing this course, and after which, if you can do a small project wherein you can effectively use what you have studied and showcase that in the platforms like LinkedIn and all that, it will for sure grab eyeballs and can fetch you a job. But say, yeah, again, it is about, how much information are you able to uh, grab out of this course is what matters. Yes, this course can help you get a job if you really understand it the way it has been explained.
So I want to add in here that when it comes to learning, it is never enough. However, this will open the doors of opportunity. That's what I want to convey, right?
Yes.
And technology, when it comes to technology, it changes. It changes very fast, right? You have to keep yourself update. The point is, are you going to get opportunity? That's what I see, right? If you say that I have done this, I'm a certified automation developer, it will create an impact in getting the opportunities, right? Only RPA developers or any other job roles based on this after learning this. So this is kind of starting off journey, right? After doing this, you may become a analyst, automation analyst. You may become a solution architect. Automation developer is definitely open for you. So any role that you want to grab in this industry, I think it will require you this much of knowledge to be successful. Even if you work for a pre-sales team of automation, if you work for sales team of automation, sales team doesn't need that elaborated information that you're going to get, but certainly that will help uh, to pitch your knowledge, right, about the product and things like that. But pre-sales, definitely it will help, right? So I would highly recommend, if you if you want to be in this domain, this is the starting point, technical knowledge. Anything else? What are the managed skills required for this to get job after completion? So as I said, this is an independent tool. If you are pro in this talks for itself. Having additional knowledge will always help. Like myself, I'm doing automation from last 2.5 years, but earlier I worked on data science, storage technology, Python, Java. Now that knowledge always helps, right? So nothing like mandatory there. Okay, so somebody is asking about the link. Let me show you rather than I'm sharing my screen, right? Give me a sec. I'm going to show you something which can be a help for you. So there is a link, docs.uipath.com, right? And this is kind of Bible for UiPath knowledge. Anything and everything that you want to learn, you can, I mean, when I say learn, these are documented, not that greatly organized the way that content is organized. But suppose you are interested in knowing uh, studio installation. You can search here and do the needful, right? So this is the latest one and you can hit. So I'm going to share this link itself. Shared on chat. Okay. Coming from non-IT background, will I get a job after completing this? So I think this is kind of repetition, but I know a lot of people, and Abjit will uh, support me in this, that a lot of people from non-IT background are doing automation jobs today just because they are highly motivated. I cannot recall names now. Abhijit is in more connect with them, so he can talk about the use cases if he knows. But certainly it is a possibility and good one. As mentioned in the beginning of the session, these courses are offered to freshers as well. So what is the probability of us having a chance over them to land in a job? Any other things we can do from our side to be ahead? So I would like to answer, I would like to invite Abhijit to answer this, but before that, what else you can do? You don't need to do anything else because I'm assuming that you have experience, and experience says a lot, right? You know the possible challenges during development or dealing with teams. So that makes a difference automatically. Now, uh, freshers over these ladies, Abhijit, what do you say?
No, I didn't. I am not able to see that question. Can you repeat that question for me?
As mentioned in the beginning of the session, these courses are offered to the freshers as well. So what is the probability of us having a chance over them to land in a job?
So, see, that is a brilliant question because see, freshers uh, do have a chance to, because a lot of companies who are going to the campuses and there are a lot of activities which is happening there. So their chances of getting into these jobs are high. But at the same time, um, uh, I get on a regular basis uh, queries from our customers and partners who ask that, can we get somebody with us with little experience, say, for example, a 3+ years or a 5+year or a 6+years experience, but with the technical knowledge of what a RPA developer or what a junior RPA developer should do. And most of the times we don't have that, and we say no, we don't have it. But in your case, that's the beauty of it, because all of you come with certain experiences. You understand how organization works. I could see a lot of people who's got programming experience itself, so you understand how a COE works, what are the best practices there. So your chances of getting a job over freshers are much higher, I will say personally, because you come with that certain experience. You don't have to be trained on how an organization works and what are the best things to be followed. You already know that. So your chances of getting a job is higher, according to me, than a fresher.
All right. So with that,
And one more
uh,
thing, Anuj, one more
yeah.
thing. And so when we say that we put this course to the freshers, yes, I would like to look at it in a different way. This course is for somebody who wants to start their journey in automation, whether it is a fresher or for an experienced guy. This is the starting point. So the opportunities which is going to come in front of both of you are similar, and how you grab it is as per you. And with experience in your resume, your chances of grabbing these offers are much higher than a fresher guy.
And I'll support there to Abhijit that I myself, when I joined this company, then only I learned all these things and started from this particular course. Though it was a different version at that point in time, I did my certification and all. And currently I'm here, right? So what Abhijit is saying, I'm defending that. All right. So next is I'm a QA tester. Is it helpful for my career? Yes, certainly it is, right? Um, if you think that there are things that can be automated, right? It is going to help certainly, right? And many companies I know in current world that using automation to uh, do the testing job. Somebody in the beginning itself saying that regression testing, can it be a automation uh, candidate? Yes, it is. So you are there. Recording link, I think that is for the team of job, sir. They can answer you better. For those with Mac, how we can work on UI Studio? Can we try this on mobile? Mobile, certainly no. Mac, it is not designed for Mac. If you want to work on Mac, it can be done, but I won't recommend. So you can do that by connecting Mac via uh, RDP, and you are supposed to use Citrix automation, things like that. So it is kind of cumbersome or difficult, having a pain. So it is recommended to use Windows. However, if you want to run a bot there, that is a possibility. I mean, when I say bot, it's a software, but creation, the platform that I've shown you, Studio, not recommended. Now a question. I'm joining UiPath through my Google account. It is asking for cloud organization name. So I think, let me open this. What? Would you like to share your screen, because I already logged in, so it is not asking me such questions. Who was that? The question. Jaita. Can anybody confirm me how it looks like?
Jaita, are you there?
Hello, it's asking me the same thing. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, anytime.
Yes.
And once you get your Google Classroom account, things like that, please do post your questions there, and invest your time this week in setting up the environment for yourself, and consider week 1 starting from Monday. But do settle with your setup this week. Make sure you're there.
Hi Anuj, Shraddha here.
Yeah.
You have told about the certification that is different from the program completion certification, right?
Yeah.
The UiPath
That's correct.
Associate Automation Developer Certificate.
That's correct.
May I know what would be the cost of completing that certification?
Abhijit, would you like to take that?
I
Cost?
think cost, I think, is right now it is around 150 or $150, I think.
Anyways, I'm sharing a link with you on chat, and you should be able to get all the certification information there.
Okay, Anuj, thank you.
Uh,
That would
I'm
come somewhat like 15,000 or something in INR,
approximately.
right? Okay. Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you, Anuj.
So now that you guys have asked certain questions about what are the kind of roles which can come to all of you after completing this. So some key roles which is considered after this role is, one is for RPA developer. Basically they are going to design, develop the implementation automation workflows. The major industries which have these kind of roles are banking, finance, healthcare, retail, IT services. So what they need is, you need to understand how a workflow automation works, how the studio proficiency, debugging, scripting. Another role is automation engineer. This role has been there in manufacturing, telecom, software services, a business analyst. Any industry where process and repetitive and time consuming processes have this role. Automation support specialist is another role, which is there in IT support, customer service departments, managed service providers. Another role is test automation engineer. A little more higher level role, if I say, is going to be a solution architect. For that, you have to understand how to design a solution, how the RPA architecture works, and things like that. Another one is RPA consultant. Then you have RPA project manager. Then you have process mining analyst, RPA trainer. That's a very happening role because a lot of people need this skills to be trained on. So training others in the skills required to work with UiPath and automation technology is going to be a great opportunity. What industries are hiring those kind of people? Educational institutions, corporate training providers, freelancing is an option. For that, you probably have to understand how to develop a curriculum in this automation, ID, which is instructional design, and you need to have an understanding hands-on on training. Other opportunities, if I say freelance and contract work is another area which a lot of people are working on because many companies look for freelance RPA developers or consultants for short-term projects. The startup ecosystem is another place where automation skills are in demand at startups looking at streamlining their processes. Somebody who's going to shift their career into tech, these pose opens door to other technical centric roles, especially as automation becomes increasingly integrated into broader IT strategies. So, giving the increasing demand for automation skills across industries, you guys have could access a variety of roles. That just not help them restart your corporate journey, but it potential. Why I'm saying each one of this is because there were a lot of apprehensions and questions from your side saying that what is that I can get into after completing a course like this. So these are certain areas, but it will definitely need, as you know, continuous learning is something which is there in all of our lives. Not just you guys, even we are pushed. Even if you don't like it, we are pushed to learn new what's happening in the industry, new courses, new update your skill levels, which will make sure that you are future proof and you have you can take on all these new technologies which is coming on a daily basis. Uh, so I can also see a question from Samyukta Devi. Is this
Uh,
not a free of cost? What
um,
is free of cost you're asking?
Abhijit, one last question from my end. You have told so and so positions will be available for people who are going for automation. For someone who has worked in a software development areas, who would like to continue as a developer, as in the dev position, what is the appropriate position for that particular employee in candidate in the automation side, like if they want to shift from normal coding, Java or Python coding, to automation now? So as a dev in a development side, which and all positions would be feasible for them to continue as?
Test automation engineer can be a role for sure because automating, testing process for software system to ensure quality. That is one role which you can look at. For that, you need to understand test scripting. You need to understand how the test suite of UiPath works, QA practices. Another thing which I've already told you is solution architect. If you understand how the coding works and how it is used, solution architect is a role which you can look at because this role is basically the one who designs comprehensive automation solutions, right? By integrating automation with existing systems and process. So that if the existing system and process in detail, that is one amazing role which you can, and that's a brilliant role. Each and every company have that, especially in IT consulting, enterprise system providers, all of these people have a lot of roles of the solution architect for that. So you can look at those.
Oh, thank you so much.
all
Thank
right. Can we quickly run through this process?
Yeah,
So,
please.
whose screen is this? Shantla, right? Can you enter anything like home here? Create an
Great.
organization, yeah. Yeah. It looks like I'm talking to someone who is from React and Java background, front end and back end both.
No, sir, I am a backend developer, but learning front end.
All right, awesome. So React, which version you're working on right now? Learning?
Mm,
No shoes.
I forgot.
Anyways, um, all right. So that is what you're supposed to do. Just enter anything or of your relevancy, like home or office or whatever. But do not enter your company's name. That's my recommendation as of now, right? You may want to.
Anuj, is it okay if they write company name as Hershakti? So it would be unanimous and it would be more
I
found.
mean, even if they write it company name, that's perfectly all right. I don't want to disclose why I'm saying so. But Harshakti or anything that they want is okay for me, right?
Yeah, so it
It's
would be
just
for
yeah.
everyone to, follow the same. So in the name of company, you all can write Hershakti program name, and it's easier for us also to track, those who have registered with this.
Okay, and post steps you can figure out from docs.uipath.com. So I have already shared two links. One is docs.uipath.com, and then other one is forum.uipath.com. Please do share that link as well. Now that on forum, you can ask questions if you encounter like any other Java forum or Python forum, things like that. Anything else?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Naz here. I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible.
You
Yeah.
are.
Hi. So I'm actually from SAP background. I'm SAP UEFI developer. I had 3.5 years of career gap. So I want to switch my career to RPA, but I do know that SAP also has robotic process automation as a field. So I wanted to ask, like, if I learn, if I complete this course with UiPath, will that be useful for me to switch to SAP RPA? Like, it is basically the same thing, right? Robotic process automation. It is called something different in SAP. So as like basic, like foundation, if I complete this course, will it be useful for me?
So I definitely see potential because SAP is one of our major partners, right? We do have a lot of collaboration there, and so I see a lot of potential there. How could be a question, but the first step towards the journey is learning, right? And that's where I say this is anyone who thinks of technical in automation, this is the starting point, right? So definitely yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
I think we have crossed 2 minutes.
Yeah, we are on time, so back to jobs for her team. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Anuj. Thank you, Abhijit.
Thank you. So actually, Ashok sir also has joined in between the call, and he was waiting, to have a small handshake with both of you. So Ashok sir.
Thanks, Anuj, and thanks, Abhijit. I was there for quite some time, though I was a bit late because my other call got slightly overrun. But thanks, I see quite a lot of participants, and this is the program which many of you are from non-technical background. While quite a few of you are technical background, because this is one area where we believe that with, let's say, commerce background or business background, you will be able to contribute to the overall company, various companies which are there. And the other aspect which I was listening to Abhijit is a new set of companies which are coming in regularly, is what they call it as GCC. Apparently, in a year, they're getting close to 70, 75 new companies coming in. They don't take freshers, they only take experienced people. Not that they take too many people, but they do it too. So you are all lateral hires, so to speak, right? Because you all have 3 years, 4 years, 5 years experience. And with this particular training program, you will be well, um, skilled for that, because bulk of them are either large retail outlets, large banking companies, okay, which are coming into the country. And they are coming in Bangalore, Hyderabad, largely. So this is an opportunity for you, some in Delhi also. So it's a huge opportunity for you. Apart from the other areas, what Abhijit mentioned, the existing, for example, Goldman is planning 1,500 people in Hyderabad, their new center. So the traditional companies, quote unquote, the traditional IT services players like the Infosys, Cognizant, Wipro, Persistent, Sonata, etc., their recruitment, they may take a lot of freshers too. Okay. But these companies which I mentioned will only be taking people from experienced background, GCCs.
Sir, even these guys hire a lot of people who uh, have some experience, and if this lot which is right now in this call can be the best lot because they need people with experience and
Yeah.
with the automation, right?
Yes.
So
So all these people with SAP background want to get into,
yeah,
I heard
SAP
that
is one of our
thing.
biggest
But
background,
irrespective,
biggest
it
partner.
can be quality, it can be developers, it can be one more area is business analyst. So that's
Yeah.
the other area which you can look at it, right? So there's huge opportunities. And this is according to me, much easier than any other skill sets. I mean, while I know UiPath is a leader, but you don't have to get into the rigmarole of getting into R and Python and data structures and all those things, right? It's much easier because it's an automation tool. It's required. It's a in thing currently. So I think you should look at it and take it very seriously and complete this certification. You will get a completion certification, but that is something completion. Okay. That is, once you complete it. But what is most important is to pass those certification, which are the paid ones. What he mentioned about $150 or whatever it is, those things which you can do, which definitely will help you in the long-term basis. So with that, I would say that, welcome to the UiPath course. There are 60, 70 people who are there, and request you to kindly complete it and learn from people, experts like Anuj, who's been in this industry for a long time. And they will be the thing. We'll also try to get in some other mentors and role models from the industries which are basically into RPA, so that you can ask questions to them. You can understand something more from them as we go forwards. So thank you all for joining us today, and back to you, Niharika.
Thank you, Ashok sir. So there was one question by Samyukta where she was asking, is this not a free of cost program? So I would like to address that before we close the call. So the whole program delivery, when it comes to the learning and till the assessment of 30 minutes, it's all free. And as far as the certificates mentioned by Anuj and Abhijit, those are the optional certificates where the participants, if they want, they can go register themselves, pay for that, because this payment goes to another agency. We are not charging anything here. Okay, and it's totally optional. Otherwise, if you don't want to go for those certification, that is okay. With UiPath and Hershakti certificates, you are already good to go.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Anything else would you like to add on this, Anuj, Abhijit, Ashok?
No, ma'am, I think we have run the 7 minutes over time. So I think
we
can probably meet another time. Okay.
Yeah. So with this, I would thank you both Abhijit and Anuj to spare your all the busy schedule and have this time to mentor these women. And thank you very much, Ashok sir, for joining us today. And we look for more such sessions. And ladies, we would be sharing the schedule with you, which Anuj has just shown during this program, along with the dates. And be ready with all the kind of topics which Anuj has mentioned. Along with that, if you have any other concern, you please reach out to your coordinators. Along with that, I would like to mention one more thing, which is Google Classroom, which you are going to get that link to join that classroom. And Anuj would be joining that Google Classroom as a teacher. In case if you have any concern, any code you want to share, you can always share those inputs through Google Classroom. He would be active on the Google Classroom, but you need to use single email ID for both Google Classroom as well as UiPath registration. Okay, it should be the same email ID. If you have any more concerns regarding to this, if you want to update your ID, feel free to reach to us. With this note, Anuj and Abhijit, thank you so much for joining us today, because I know it's already 12:30, so I would like to take a hard stop here without further taking time. Thank you, Ashok sir. And thank you everyone for joining us today. We would be sharing a schedule shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.